What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Red One back here with another YouTube video. I'm sitting here in traffic, so I thought I would make another video for you as the time is going on. So let's just get right into it. So this is what I want to talk to you guys about as of right now. So I was thinking, as Christians, we are called to love everyone, to love our neighbor, to love our family, to love ourselves. And so it is very important that you love yourself. That's what Jesus taught for all of us to do, for us to love ourselves and to love everybody around us. That's very important. So I want to give you the tools today to learn how to love yourself, love others, and love your family members. And these are all going to come from the morals taught by Jesus Christ himself, from the Bible. So some things I'm going to recommend. First things first, let's start with yourself. How will you love yourself? Well, first things first, when you understand about loving yourself, you need to understand that you're made in the image of God. So you have a self-consciousness, right? And so your self-conscious, your self-image should be at a pretty high standard. Why? Because you're made in the image of God, you're made with values, and you're made not as some regular peasant. You're actually made as somebody to be very important with a purpose, and you're beautiful and creative the way you're made. So it is very important that you have a high self-image of yourself. Why? Because God made you that way. You should never look at yourself and feel insecure or feel like there's a lack within yourself. You should feel full and abundance. You should be full of yourself. You should be, but don't get carried away with the ego. Don't have too much ego and think you're the best and you're better than everybody. No. But do love yourself in the sense that have pure, true confidence, knowing your self-worth, your self-value, and truly love yourself. It's very important as a man nowadays, especially like it's hard when you're alone in this world. Like men, we don't really have anybody else besides each other. It's actually very hard being alone and being in this journey by ourselves. So it's very important that you learn to love yourself and to understand that your self-worth is much higher than you think it is because God crafted you exactly how you were. He says that he knew you when you were in the womb and that he knitted you himself. So it's very important that you learn to love yourself. And if you do not love yourself, I think you should grow on that journey to understand that you're valuable, you're important, and that you're strong, and you genuinely need to love yourself. It's very important. Again, it's not something for the weak. It's not like something lame. It's true. And you know what? If you think it's lame, then you need to work with that because why is it wrong to love yourself? Why can't you love yourself? What makes you think that it's not okay to love yourself? It very much is okay to love yourself. And I think there's a problem with men nowadays where we're looking at loving ourselves as like being, comfortable and just being okay with being weak and just letting ourselves be where we are the way we are. No, that's not what I mean when I say love yourself. When I say love yourself, I do mean you should better yourself. You should get stronger, sharper, smarter, be more useful, be a better man. However, in any of this process, I don't want you to feel empty within inside. Like, let Jesus fill your heart up with himself. Let your heart be filled with Jesus, and then you'll feel love. So it's important that you love yourself. It's also very important that you learn to love others. And that just means everybody. That means family. That means friends. That means acquaintances. And how are you going to do that? Well, first and foremost, don't have a bias against them. Don't hate anybody. Don't judge anybody. Don't be judgmental. Lest, you want to be judged yourself. Like, don't be a hypocrite, Judge righteously. Judge in the sense, judge your Christian brothers in the sense, are they doing things godly way or non-godly way? And if you have to call them out, call them out. But do love them for who they are, exactly how they are, because they are made in the image of God. And that's one of the most important commandments we're given, is to love everybody. First and first is love your God, love thy God. And that will never be compromised. We're not compromising God for anybody else. Always put God first. God before anything else. But after you do have God within your heart, do know that now you should know to love yourself. Like, you can have God, but if you have God and you're not truly loving yourself, then you're not following God. God told you to love yourself. So love yourself. That's very important. Learn to love your family. If anybody ever hurt you, if your parents hurt you, if your friends hurt you, forgive them and love them for who they are anyways. Try to show them the better way. Try to be try to be sacrificial in a sense. Try to compromise with them. Try to be more relatable with them. Try to relate with them. Try to understand where they're coming from. Maybe they have a side that you don't know. Maybe they have pains in their heart that you don't know. So try to come from the same path where you're loving them as well, loving your friends, loving your neighbors. So be more forgiving. If they hurt you, be more forgiving. Try not to take it so personally. But you, as a man, you can also stand up and assert your boundaries. Don't just take in anything and just be a nice soy boy. We're not here to be like, weaklings. You can stand up for yourself. But remember, we are called to love. We're not called to fight. We're not called to pick battles unless for the right reasons, unless it's to defend your family's honor or to defend your religion. But we're not really called to be, picking up aggressive fights all the time. We're called to love people. So love yourself and love your friends, family, etc. Love everybody, because there is a fulfillment that you get within your heart when you do that. Like, if you don't really love yourself, you won't enjoy the process. Again, you're here in this life for a short time, and you might as well make it enjoyable for yourself. You're not going to, don't make it too hard for yourself to even enjoy this life. Like, this life is so short. And if you were miserable your whole life, just being bitter, being angry, being prideful, even with your work, if you get too prideful at work, thinking that, I'm the best and no one's better than me, and you're so competitive that you can't even sit down to just love your neighbors, to return the love back to yourself, to return the love to God, then, all these things are missed for. Like, yes, as a man, we have a purpose, and we have to work really hard, and we have to achieve all these things that are necessary. But a lot of times, certain times, guys lose the vision. You're so involved, you lose vision while you're doing these things. That's not the ultimate goal. Money is not the ultimate goal. Status is not the ultimate goal. The attraction is not the ultimate goal. Like, your physical attraction, your hygiene is not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is God. And what is God? God is love. And so how are we going to get close to God? So we have to be loving, even for ourselves. I say, like, sometimes it's, there's people who are very good at loving other people, but they suffer loving themselves. And there's people who love themselves so much that they suffer loving other people. So just remember, God has called for you to love in a specific way. He wants you to love everybody. He even wants you to love your enemies. There's nobody in this world that he has left behind he didn't say love. So you need to love everybody. And even for your enemies. Now, that's a good point. We got to know that you got to love your enemies. Even people who completely have an agenda against you. Let's say you want to preach the gospel, you want to evangelize, but you're in a pride parade, and these people are against you, and they have an agenda against you. They're not on your side. I think it's still up to you to be the more loving person, because above all things, the most important thing is love. And if you don't have love, then there's no point evangelizing if you can't even touch their hearts. When you're evangelizing, you need to make sure you're evangelizing with your heart. So I think it's very important that you have the heart to connect with these people. So I'm going to make a super short video. It's a short video for you guys. My main thing from this video is to give you guys a lesson on that you guys need to be more loving, especially towards yourself, because I think a lot of people have the issue of being so hardworking that you guys are losing vision of even loving yourself. So I think it's very important that you guys love yourselves. But again, it's very equally important to love thy neighbor, thy friend, thy family, thy enemies. Like, it's very important for you to do that. So that's where I'm at right now. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I love you guys a lot. I love you guys so much. I'm really grateful that you guys stay here and listen to me. If you guys made it all the way till the end of this video, comment evangelism in the comments below, because I want to know if you guys came all the way through and watched the entire video. All right, thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Subscribe to this video if you want more content like this. Give me a thumbs up and comment down below if you want me to clear up anything, and I will see you guys in the next one.